Hello everyone, welcome again. Today we are going to see the auxiliary verbs and I'll show you some examples. First of all, what is an auxiliary verb? It's a type of verb that takes a supportive role in a sentence. It helps the main verb to make it meaningful and to indicate tense, aspect, or voice. We have the verb to be, the verb to do, and the verb to have. Before we start, I want to show you the tenses. We are going to talk about the simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, and present continuous tense. And as you can see, we have to focus on the past and the present. Just for now, let's forget about the future. Now we can see one by one. As a linking verb, it provides information about the subject, about a permanent or temporary state. For example,
Thanks. She's as nasty as you are.
Here, the verb to be provides information about the princess.
You're just a big, fat panda. I'm the big fat panda.
In these two sentences, the verb to be helps to describe po.
We're Vikings. It's an occupational hazard.
Here, hiccup gives information about their identity. And here, it means to do something dangerous is an occupational hazard. Some sentences that use the verb to be as a linking verb have the commutative property. What does that mean? We can change the order of the sentence and it will still have the same meaning. For example,
The only problems are the pests.
here we can change the order of the subject and the object and it will still mean the same. The verb to be as an auxiliary verb helps us to conjugate the continuous tense. We use the verb to be next to the main verb in its present participle form. For example,
Alright, you're going the right way for a smack bottom. Sorry about it.
here to go is the main verb and the verb to be is the auxiliary.
Are you talking to me? Yes, I was talking to you.
Here to talk is the main verb in both sentences and to be is the auxiliary. And it works as an auxiliary for passive voice. We put the verb to be next to the main verb in its past participle form. For example,
It is said that the dragon warrior can survive for months at a time on nothing but the dew of a single ginkgo leaf and the energy of the universe.
here we have the verb to be next to the main verb to say in its past participle form. As a modal verb, it expresses a mix of obligation and future. We put the verb to be conjugated next to an infinitive verb. For example,
The true path to victory is to find your opponent's weakness and make him suffer for it. Oh, yeah!
here we have the verb to be next to the main verb to find in infinitive. It expresses an obligation. You have to find your opponent's weakness to win. The verb to do as the main verb expresses an action. We use it instead of a specific verb. For example,
Oh, wow. I did it. Oh, I did it. This fixes everything.
here the verb to do replaces the verb to catch a dragon.
What are you doing in my swamp?
We have the verb to be as an auxiliary and to do as the main verb.
Here the verb to do replaces any activity in Shrek's swamp. And as an auxiliary verb, we use it in the constructions of negative and interrogative sentences. We put the verb to do before the main verb for negative sentences. For example,
The whooshy finger hold. Oh, you know this hold.
You're bluffing. Shifu didn't teach you that.
Here, the verb to do is the auxiliary of the verb to teach.
and we put the verb to do conjugated before the subject for questions.
What are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing?
We have the verb to be as an auxiliary and to do as the main verb here.
And here we have the verb to do as the main verb and the auxiliary verb. The verb to have as the main verb can express ownership. We own things that we acquire, we can lose them. It can express possession. We possess things that we're born with. We already have them. And it can express entitlement, something we do because it's an obligation. Let's see the examples.
Huh. Toothless. I could have sworn you had... teeth.
Here the verb to have expresses possession. Toothless was born with teeth.
No. I don't have any more.
We have the verb to do as an auxiliary for a negative sentence.
And the verb to have as the main verb. It expresses ownership. There are no more fish.
That's why I have to marry Lord Farquaad tomorrow before the sun sets and he sees me.
Here the verb to have expresses entitlement. Fiona needs to marry. And as an auxiliary verb, it is used in the construction of perfect tenses. In perfect tense, we put the verb to have before the main verb in its past participle form. For example,
Number 3! Lord Farquaad, you've chosen Princess Fiona.
here we have the verb to choose as the main verb in its past participle form and the verb to have as an auxiliary.
Universe has brought us the dragon warrior.
What?
Here the verb to bring is the main verb and the verb to have the auxiliary verb.
In negative sentences, we put the verb to have before the main verb in its past participle form and before the subject in questions. We do the same in the perfect continuous tense, but we use the verb to be in its past participle form and the main verb in its present participle form.
Those were the auxiliary verbs. I hope it was clear and that the examples were helpful to you. That's all for this video. Bye and see you next lesson.